Inner Traditions Audio presents 7 Reasons to Believe in the Afterlife. A Doctor Reviews the Case for Consciousness After Death by Jean-Jacques Charbonier, M.D. Read by Robin Douglas. Foreword. Take note. This book is a public utility venture. In 10 or 15 years, what Dr. Charbonier is affirming today, namely the survival of consciousness after death, will probably seem like the most ordinary thing in the world. But today, he is alone in having the courage to affirm this with great clarity, using science as his foundation. And this he has done in spite of virulent and sometimes personal attacks directed at him from materialists and skeptics of all persuasions. Writing in a lively, easy-to-read style and taking into account the latest scientific discoveries, J.J. Charbonnier shows us just how important it is to reconsider our point of view about death. In this study, you will learn that the best reason for believing in the hereafter arises from the fact that the hypothesis of life after death is now much more valid than the opposite materialist view that affirms that after death there is nothing. The good doctor bases his position on data collected from numerous scientific studies carried out over the last 35 years. Just in the case of Pamela Reynolds alone, as recounted in the next chapter, and the way in which Jean-Jacques Charbonnier refutes the unfounded materialist objections to it, demonstrates his position. Her case proves all by itself that consciousness is independent of the brain and survives the death of the brain. Dr. Charbonnier's book might well have borrowed its title, The End of Materialism, from a book by the scientist Charles Tart. One need only look at the facts that have been brought to light. Doubt is no longer in the picture, and materialism has lost the debate. There is very definitely a life of consciousness that continues after the death of the body. My colleague suggests that the expression, quote-unquote, experience of provisional death would be an improvement over, quote-unquote, near-death experience, NDE. As he puts it so well, quote, someone whose heart stops is not near death, or on the borders of death, or in a state of imminent death. He is already dead, and may have been dead for quite a few minutes. Some people claim, erroneously in my view, that NDE is like being in the departure lounge of an airport.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?